Hey guys, welcome back to Figure. If you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Today we're going to take a look at 3 S.H.Figuarts from Dragon Ball Z, Android 1920, and Yamcha. I've had these guys for quite a while, but only now making time for it. But anyway, let's just get into it. I'm pretty sure most of you are familiar with these. Here's the left of the box for Yamcha, right of the box, and here's the back of the box. And here are the front for 19 and 20, and here is the back. Very straightforward, and let's bust these things open and see what we got. And here are the figures still in the inner packaging, looking really good. And they all have complementary parts for other figures, which is really cool for people like me who collects a lot. And yeah, let's check it out. Alright, and here we have the figure itself. And my first impression on these figures is pretty straightforward, especially Yamcha here. It's basically just a 2.0 body of Goku with minor adjustment. Very self-explanatory. But with 19 and 20, it is kind of interesting with new design because they have like very unique bodies. But I feel like they should definitely be a little bit bigger, especially 19. 20, I'm okay with it, but 19, yeah, he should be at least 20% bigger in my opinion. Here's Vegeta in comparison. But yeah, let me know in the comments on what you think. And I know in the anime, they sometimes look short, sometimes look big. When they're trying to make 19 look scary, he seems to be a little bit bigger, and when he's losing, he seems to be a little bit smaller. So I don't know. Anyways, I just feel like he could definitely be just a tiny bit bigger. But if he's bigger, 20 probably also has to be a little bit bigger. But anyways, let's take a close look at Yamcha here. Really straightforward. I don't have any pain issues. Joints are nice and tight, all that good jazz. And 20 here, this is very interesting because of the hair is hollow and this is so light, it doesn't like stop him from standing at all. Kind of wish they used this design for some of the older characters, but it is what it is. And finally, we have 19 over here. Again, the body is like completely unique. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I like it. And again, the paint job seems to be very minimal, just your standard S.H.Figuarts nowadays. Bandai seems to figure out a way to mass produce these figures and giving us just enough so we pay for it. Which is, I guess, okay for both parties, right? We always want more and they always want to like give us less. It's like a perfect balance in my opinion. But anyways, let's jump straight into the articulation. And for the articulation, I'm not going to bother going over Yamcha here. That's pretty straightforward. But for Android 20, let's quickly go over from the neck down. For the neck articulation, because of the hair here, it's not really too much. Only look up about this much. Can't really look down. Tilt his head side to side, no problem. And the shoulder, we do have a decent butterfly joint here. I don't think there's any pull-out method of some sort. And then you can only raise his arm up about this much. And then you do have a swivel here, but mine it's really stiff. It looks like there's a cut here, so he can definitely swivel. But yeah, this is so tight, I don't feel comfortable with it. But you are able to swivel here and you curl about this much. Yeah, swivel right there. And for the ab crunch, it is pretty minimal. This is not on a softer material. You can only bend forward about this much, bend backwards about this much. Obviously, the hair gets into the way. 2.0 hip, kick up about this high. Bend about this much, thigh swivel, side to side pivot, and toe hinge. I believe that's it for the articulation. Honestly, a little bit disappointed, but I think based on the design, it is what it is, right? But yeah, on my shoulder here, or like the arm, it's a little bit stiff. And Android 19 actually has a very similar design in terms of the shoulder. But for the head, you can raise his head up about this much. Can't really look down. Yeah, the articulation seems to be pretty minimal. And for the shoulder, it's just like a really big ball joint here. And you do have a butterfly here, so I guess that's really nice. You guys can see that, right? Cool. And for the shoulder, raise up about... Oh, okay, so you have a design like this. This is actually pretty good. And then... Oh, this thing is just like a floating piece. Okay. Then bicep swivel, curl about this much, 90 degree, and ball wrist. Yeah, I wonder if this guy has a similar design. Oh, okay, so there you go. Yeah, they have exactly the same design. So yeah, you can move it like that. So I guess, yeah, that gives you a little bit more range. That's really nice. Okay. So yeah, this gives you more range and then bicep swivel. Okay, got it. And then... for the ab crunch, same deal with Android 19. This is super tough, so basically no ab crunches. Kick up only about this high. He's a little bit fat, so I guess that's reasonable, but kind of sucks. And you can bend about this much, and there's a lot of layers here. This is pretty interesting. And then side-to-side pivot and toe hinge. I believe that's it for the articulation. I don't know. I'll have to like play around with it before I give any opinions, but first impression, it's maybe 7 out of 10 in terms of articulation. Not as good as I imagine. Anyways, let's check out the accessories. There's quite a lot to go over. And for the accessories, we can start with Android 20 with his default face, and I think it looks pretty good. And next up, we have a sideways looking face, and this is very straightforward. And then we have a smirking face, and this one's probably my favorite here. It looks really good. It looks very menacing too. And then we have the happy yelling face where he absorbed the energy. And then we have interchangeable piece for you to display his skull, and this is pretty cool. And for the interchangeable hands, he came with everything he needs, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it. But the special one is that he has one left hand to hold the controller for 17 and 18. And then we have one interchangeable right arm for when Piccolo cut off his arm. Yeah, pretty cool. I like it. And next up, we have Android 20, and this is the default face. And I think this one looks alright. Very normal. And then we have like a super happy face where he absorbs people's energy. And then we have an evil smirk. This is also very straightforward. And then we have the iconic sideways looking face for his first appearance. And the last one we got is a scared expression when he's losing to Vegeta. We also have the interchangeable brain or skull. Pretty cool. I like the battle damage. And for the interchangeable hands, it is also very straightforward, so I'm not going to spend too much time. But the battle damage hand is also very, very cool. I like this. Very iconic. And next up, we have a bonus part for Vegeta, but personally, I don't really care for this, because, first of all, this is a very old body of Vegeta. They teased like a 3.0 version of Vegeta, but never got released. I think the closest thing we have for the 3.0 Vegeta is the one that's coming out soon. Not soon, but like the latest Vegeta is the Super Saiyan God regular release. And then, yeah, this one doesn't even have the correct boots. So, yeah, I don't really like this one. And lastly, we have the bonus part for Goku where he's having heart disease, and same with Vegeta bonus part. I just don't like this particular design of Goku. Please, someone in the comments, show me the source material where Goku looks like this. I really hate the art style on this particular full power Goku. Really need like another Goku. Anyways, I digress. And for Yamcha, we have the default face, and I think it looks really good. I love this look. And next up, we have the teeth greeting shocking face. And then we also get a shocked yelling face as well. And lastly, of course, we have the interchangeable part for Android 20, so you can reenact the iconic scene. And here are also the interchangeable parts. This is really cool. And of course, the running joke is that this whole figure is a DLC for Android 20. But yeah, I believe that's everything. I'm not going to go over the hands, and let's check out some action posing. And for the size comparison, let us start with some Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts. And like I mentioned earlier, I feel like they're on a smaller side, but it is what it is. I can live with it, I think. And then we have my favorite, the Naruto S.H.Figuarts. And then we have some JJK and One Piece S.H.Figuarts. And lastly, we have some Mayfex and Figmas, and let's jump straight into the final thoughts. Alright, so for the final thoughts, I think these figures are pretty cool and I do highly recommend it. I've always been a big fan when it comes to side characters and villains, and yeah, this is pretty cool. Very fun to pose with, comes with a lot of accessories. The weakest one out of the three of them is probably just Yamcha, basically a DLC for Android 20, but otherwise I think it's pretty good. And Yamcha is not that expensive anyways, even in the aftermarket. But anyways, I think that's it from me. Do let me know in the comments on what you think, and this is Eric. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.